Is it possible to plan your content strategy in just 10 minutes? Let's find out. If you have been listening to my podcast for a while now, then you know that content marketing is my jam. And I am on a mission to help service providers build successful online businesses thanks to their content strategy. And I know that if you are just starting out, you may feel overwhelmed and you wonder how you can actually create content consistently and show up online, especially if you are an introvert like myself. So I want to challenge you today. I will share with you the different steps that you need to map out your content strategy as a newbie in the social media world. So if you are interested, grab a piece of paper and a pen and let's dive into it. Hi, and welcome to this new episode of Her Online Business Podcast, the podcast for ambitious expat girl bosses and digital nomads. I'm Adama, your host, and my mission is to help you build a business that serves your life and not the other way around, have more freedom, work smarter, while making a positive impact. And before we dive in, you can have free access to my course, Brand Your Socials, that will help you create your own personal brand on social media, and you will also have a PDF with 7 content ideas that you can adapt for any niche. I will put the link in the description so you can pause this video and claim your access. So there are 7 steps that I will share with you today in order to help you create your own content strategy in just 10 minutes. And honestly, I don't think you should skip any of those steps, especially if you are just starting out, because they all serve a specific purpose. So let's start with step number 1. You have to do a market research. And so your market research will help you identify exactly what your ideal client needs right now instead of creating something that you like based on your own gut feeling. So usually when we start a business, we get excited and we have so many ideas and ways we think we can help people, and it's easy to get carried away. And one mistake you want to avoid is creating an amazing service that nobody is going to buy. So that's why you need a market research. So your market research should include questions regarding the service that you think about creating so that you can see if it is the right fit for your ideal clients. And you should include personal questions as well so that you get to know more about them, about their struggles, how their day-to-day life looks like, so that you can also think about how your service can come in to help them save time or money so that they can improve their lives overall. So the questions that you are going to ask in your market research should be very simple and straightforward. And also it could be anonymous so that people can be as sincere as possible, and you will also be able to collect more answers that way. Step 2, thanks to the data that you collected from your market research, you can now identify your client avatar. Your client avatar is basically a description of your ideal client. So not only will you put their gender, age range, and location, you can also go into more details thanks to the answers that you got from your market research. So you can describe their main pain point, how their day-to-day life looks like, and ultimately what they wished they had in order to have a better life or business. And this step is crucial because whenever you create content, you should always have this client avatar in mind. Your messaging should be directed to them and to them only because they are the people that you would absolutely love to work with, right? So instead of trying to help everybody and speak to everybody, always keep in mind the description that you wrote about your client avatar. Step 3, now that you have your ideal client in mind, you have to hang out with them. So you should choose one specific social media where you know that you can meet your ideal client. And this step is key. As a new entrepreneur, you should not try to be on all different social media platforms at once. Focus on one because you will see in the next steps, it will make your life much easier when it comes to actually creating your content. So only choose one social media, whether it is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or even LinkedIn. Focus on the one where you know you can start having daily conversations with your ideal client. Because if you want to get your first clients, you have to start building relationships online. Step 4, build your content schedule. And this will depend on your particular situation and if you are still working a 9 to 5 and the number of things that you have to do on a daily basis. But you have to assign a specific day or period of time when you will focus on creating your content. So, for example, you can have a content day. So, let's say Wednesday is your less busy day. And so you can actually block some time in order to focus on your content creation. Also, do not hesitate to use your idle times. For example, if you are committing to go to work every day, use this time to start brainstorming about your content. And you can do that on your phone. For example, I always use the notepad on my phone in order to brainstorm some ideas. Or whenever I have an idea that comes to mind, I write it down on my phone so that I don't forget about it. So putting some content creation time in your calendar is mandatory. Step 5, set a goal for each piece of content that you are going to create. And the reason why I want you to do this is that each piece of content that you will create has to serve a specific purpose for your business. So if the content idea that you have doesn't fit in one of the specific goals that you set, then you can ditch it right away. As a new entrepreneur who is creating content on social media, there are 3 main goals that I think you should have. Number 1 goal is to build awareness. So basically having people discovering your content and your profile. That way they can decide to follow you if they are interested in your expertise. The second goal that you should have is to have regular conversations with your ideal clients. Remember, they don't know you yet. So you have to make the first step and the effort to start conversations with them, whether it is by DMing you or subscribing to your newsletter, for example. You have to start collecting their personal information so that you can take them off of social media and start building your own base of potential clients. So to recap, as a new entrepreneur who is creating content, you should have 3 goals. First, building brand awareness so that people get to discover your content and get to know you as well. Second, having regular conversations with your ideal clients to start building relationship with them. And third, content that actually convert these new subscribers or followers into clients. And so if you follow these 3 goals whenever you create content, you are already on the right track to actually build a profitable business on social media. Step 6, finally producing your content. And here you will have to detail the different steps that you need in order to create one specific content. So let's say you decided to post 1 video every week on YouTube. So first you will have to search for some video topics that your ideal client is interested in. Then you will have to select one specific topic for the next video that you are going to film. Then you will create a document where you will write the script of the video so that you know exactly what you are going to talk about. The next step would be to film the video, then to edit it, and you can do it yourself or outsource it to a video editor. And finally, you will have to create a thumbnail and schedule the video. So for each content that you create, there are different steps that you have to follow, and you should write them down so that you can fit them in the content schedule that you defined previously. Also, it will be easier for you to batch your content so that, for example, you can record multiple videos at once. Also, detailing your different tasks will help you see what you could outsource. For example, now I'm working on outsourcing different tasks so that I can focus on filming these videos and podcasts for you. And step 7, get into your analytics in order to reuse what is working for you. For example, if you created one amazing piece of content that didn't get enough attention, you can reuse it and make it more appealing using strategies that has worked for you in the past. Also, this will help you stop comparing yourself to other entrepreneurs on social media because your analytics will give you specifically what is working for you. So all you have to do is double down on what is already performing for you. And bonus step, repurpose your main piece of content. So once you are comfortable with one social media and you have your content workflow mapped out and it's smooth and you are consistent with it, then you can start thinking about branching out to other social media. And instead of starting from scratch, you can simply take your main piece of content and adapt it on other social media platforms while respecting their different cultures. For example, you could turn one Instagram post into a TikTok, a blog post, even a newsletter. There are no limits to what you can do with one single piece of content, which is something that I absolutely love because it means that you don't have to sit down and create a brand new content every single time. And so in my content strategy right now, what I do is that I turn one piece of content into 7. And if you want me to create a specific video about that, let me know below in the comments. I would be happy to record this for you. And don't be afraid to repeat yourself because, first of all, a big part of your following doesn't see all your content. And second of all, in marketing, one customer has to see the same thing 7 times in average in order to buy it. So repurposing the same content multiple times will not be spammy at all. And it will help you save so much time and some sanity because I know how draining being on social media every day can be. And that's it. That's how you can map out your own content strategy in 10 minutes. Then all you have to do is share your market research on social media so that you can start getting some answers and actually producing your content. And it will be the same process every single time. So I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it and share it with friends who are also struggling with their content strategy. I wish you a very nice and productive week. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.